Okay. Get this headset adjusted. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back for another live stream of GT7. We are doing Daily Race B, and this is at Suzuka Circuit. I do like this track, and getting right down to it, as far as GT7 goes, I decided to do this daily race because it is a track I like, and it is a track that I'm fairly good at. And I've decided, I think I've already said this before on my last stream, but I'll say it again, relative to GT7. We all know how I feel about the dirty driving on this game, so I have reached the decision that I will only do daily races on tracks that I know and tracks that I'm fairly good at, in the hopes that I can get out in front of the dirty racers and the racers that don't know how to drive. And if I can pull away from them, that will eliminate some of the dirty racing. Speaking of dirty racing, we have Forza Motorsports 8 coming up October 10th. At the moment, I don't think I have plans to get this game. I hope it does get VR support, because if it does get VR support, I will most certainly get the game. I do know that I do believe that, being that this game is going into Game Pass, and from some of the trailers that I've seen, the graphics look downgraded. Is what it is. But if it gets VR support, I may not be so picky about the graphics. But the one thing that I'm definitely curious about, as far as Forza goes, is this so-called safety or penalty system. I guess it's supposed to be able to recognize 5,000 different incidents.
Morning, Lincoln. What time is it there?
Good morning. It is 4 a.m. here, Eastern time. Normally, I would be waking up in about another hour, getting ready for work, but I have tomorrow off, or today off, rather. So
4 a.m. Wow.
So yeah, as I was saying about Forza Motorsports, supposedly this penalty system is supposed to recognize 5,000 different types of incidents and apply penalties according to the severity of the infraction.
By the way, it's Game On Scorpio.
Hey, Game On Scorpio, what's up? How you doing? You know what? I'm glad you identified yourself, because that was something else that I was meaning to talk about. Is I guess depending on how this stream goes, I may go back to using a camera, and I may go back to using the Google Speech Chat. The biggest reason why I've been streaming directly from the PS5 is, one, it's convenient, and two, because of the amount of dirty racers.
It's not telling you who was talking, so thought I would.
Yeah, if you see me using the camera, then I'll be using the Google Speech Chat, and that will identify whoever makes a comment. But the reason why I hadn't used it is because I had been so disgusted with the dirty racers on GT7. I felt like, why go through the hassle of setting up the capture card and spending about a half an hour setting everything up, only for the stream to be destroyed, from dirty racers. So, no, I don't want any credits. So let's get in here and do some qualifying. So Suzuka, my fastest lap on Suzuka on ACC, I believe, is 2:03.1. I am not sure that I can match that lap time here, because I'm racing on hard tires. Also, I recalibrated my brakes, my V3 pedals, and I don't know if it will carry over here on the PS5, being that I'm using the Drivehub adapter. But we shall find out. Let's go. I felt the brakes lock up a couple of times. If you're still watching Game On Scorpio, I watched a little bit of Buck's stream and saw you guys do your Sunday get together.
Game on Scorpio says, yes, was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. All right, let's see what we can do. We got a feel for the track.
Game on Scorpio says, but it's just a fun get-together, not proper racing, etc.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, shit. Yeah, these brakes are locking up pretty easy. I think that feels a little bit better. I had to adjust the brake bias and move it towards the rear brakes. This is going to be a rough race. And right before you get to turn 1, there's a slight drop off where the brakes were locking up. So I see that I'm going to have to pump the brakes or modulate the brakes, as they say.
Game on Scorpio says, I need to jump back in and start doing the daily races again.
Oh yeah, but I was saying at the beginning of this stream, I'm only coming back in a limited capacity on this game because I don't want to deal with the dirty racers. So I'm only going to come back and do the daily races on the tracks that I know. Because at least if I do daily races on tracks that I halfway know, then I got a chance to escape the dirty drivers. If you don't know the track, then you're not going to be very fast.
Game on Scorpio says, what's your go-to racing game, the one you play the most and enjoy the most?
Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Game on Scorpio says, I need to start playing the Drivehub.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go. Ah, damn it. All right, come on. Damn it, I locked up the wheels. All right, let's go back and see, check the registration. So we can go ahead and get registered for the next race. I didn't make it. Entry period's over. All right, we'll go back and do a few more laps.
Game on Scorpio says, will you be streaming any acts in the future?
Well, I'll be streaming any what?
ACC.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My channel's pretty much based on ACC. I streamed a little bit this weekend.
Game on Scorpio says, I look forward to catching some, time zones permitting.
Oh yeah, I normally do the low fuel motorsports races because the open lobbies in ACC are pretty nasty too. The open, there's a lot of wrecks in the open lobbies on ACC, but they're not near as dirty over there as they are over here on Gran Turismo. A lot of the wrecks on ACC basically comes from people taking stupid chances. I gotta adjust my wheel too. See if I can get into the 207s. Alright, we got into the 207s.
Game on Scorpio says, nice run.
Thank you. Alright, that's about where I think I should be. 206.4. Ooh. Lost it. Alright, let's go back and register for a race. Yeah, I think on hard tires, about 206, 205 is where I believe I'm supposed to be. Four-star ticket. Let's get registered. Oh, entry period starts in 2 minutes. Okay. So yes, Assetto Corsa Competizione is pretty much the reason why I have been upgrading PCs through the years and why I have been buying headset after headset after headset throughout the years. So now I think ACC finally looks the way I want it to look in VR. You know, it took me building a $4,000 PC and the Quest Pro, but it is razor sharp, and it is just an absolute joy to race in VR on my favorite sim when I got a crystal clear picture. And you know, and I've made some adjustments, and I'm getting faster. I'm not an alien, but I'm probably on some tracks. I'm about 2 seconds slower than the aliens. Like this track, for instance, I think the aliens are doing about 2 minutes flat, and I think my fastest lap was about 202 or a 203.1. You know, so it was probably like a 202.9 or 203.1. So about 3 seconds off the aliens. Monza, the aliens are on average turning in 147.
Scorpio says 2 minutes flat. Wow.
Yeah, that's what the aliens are doing. So I could tell you that the aliens on ACC, if they were to come over here, that 2 minutes flat, they would probably be turning in 158s and 157s over here. Because some of the aliens over on ACC, some of them can even hit 159 over here on this track. So, but a lot of the ACC aliens wouldn't really come over here because they don't really see this as a simulator. They see it as a simcade. All right, let's get these hards on. And we are registered. So give me a second. I am going to adjust my wheel. Had to turn it up a click because the wheel was actually, I was understeering. I was only giving the wheel about half a turn, and I was locking up with understeer. All right, let's see what we can do.
Damon Scorpio says, good luck.
Thank you so much. I'm going to need it. Because I am in the B class, and that is a weird spot to be in. Oh, I felt that back end snap loose. Yeah, with me being a B-class driver, the dirty drivers in the B-class drivers, the B-class, they're dirty and a lot of them are fast. In the C-class, D-class, a lot of the dirty drivers there, they don't know how to drive. But in the B-class and the A-class, the dirty drivers in those classes, they're fast.
Game on Scorpio says, I believe I'm C-class.
At one point I was A-class, but I had a string of bad luck along with the dirty drivers that I was dealing with, and I got knocked all the way back down to C-class before I fixed it.
Game on Scorpio says, my safety rating is S though, which I'm very happy with.
I think I might be there too on the safety rating. I think I might be an S, I'm not sure.
Game on Scorpio says, I would assume you are from what I've seen or you're racing. You're very clean.
Oh yeah, I'm not a dirty racer at all. Damn it. This lap is over.
Game on Scorpio says, this is why I turn the ghosts off. They get in the way.
Actually, I need that gold stare so I can see where I'm making mistakes and see where I'm losing time or see where I'm gaining it.
Looking so lurking, but like deployed. Good luck out there today.
I'm probably gonna need it, because we are dealing with some dirty racers.
Game on Scorpio says, that was PlayStation Racer, just so you know.
Oh, okay. How's it going? Damn it! Come on. God damn it. We're just going to have to roll with that. There's only 2 minutes left before the race starts. So we're just going to have to deal with that. I did. That was a 206.8, but I did set a 20. What did I set? A 206 earlier? 206.4? Yeah, right there. At 206.4. So that is probably the time that I'm going to take into this race, and we'll just have to see where it gets us. Because even if I would have been able to beat this 204, I don't think I would have been able to break it. I don't think I would have been able to break it to the 205s. I'm sorry. I got 204 stuck on the brain. So this session will be starting in a little over a minute. And get my gloves on.
I love racing at Suzuka. It is just one tough circuit. Game on Scorpio says, I forgive you, haha.
Thanks. You know, the one good thing about Suzuka is all those chicanes after you go around turn 1, it gets rid of the dirty racers that don't know how to race, because they're going to fly off the track, and that's going to be the end of them, and you pretty much won't have to worry about them anymore. It's the dirty racers that are fast. Those are the ones you have to worry about, because they're fast enough to keep up with you, or even faster, and they will knock you off the track to keep you from overtaking them, or if you're in their way, they will take you off the track.
Very, very true.
So, tracks that have long straightaways, when you get to that turn, that's where all the crazy shit might happen. So when this race starts, if I can get out of turn 1 clean, I might be able to pull away from the dirty racers. So my 206.4.
Game on Scorpio says, for anyone else in the chat, Lincoln doesn't know who's typing, so if you type your game and then says, like I'm doing.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't. When I use a capture card, I can use the Google Speech Chat, and it will identify anybody who comments. But being that I'm streaming directly from the PlayStation, being that I'm streaming directly from the PlayStation, it does not identify who's commenting. So yeah, if you want me to directly acknowledge you, you would need to type your name in first, followed by your comment. Here we go. Two minutes flat is the fastest lap. Holy shit, they did that on hard tires?
Game on Scorpio says, good luck.
Thank you so much. I'm probably not going to win this race unless there's a huge wreck in front of me.
Mertantrique says that is my name in reverse. LOL.
All right.
Hi.
Cool.
Salsa Ketchup says, hi Lincoln, what is good?
Salsa, how's it going? Oh my god, that guy just tapped me. Oh my god, he hit me again. Here we go with the dirty shit again.
Great Tantrum says I wish you the best out there.
I'm gonna need it because they're already racing dirty.
Salsa says, just starting work, mate.
Oh my God. And again, this is why I had walked away from GT7, because I like absolutely fed up with the dirty racing.
Great tantrum say, bumper tards. Odd start.
This Honda that I'm using doesn't have a lot of straight line speed either.
Great tantrum says, this got damage on?
Yeah, but the damage is only temporary.
PlayStation Racer off to a meeting now.
Oh, okay.
Get deployed and have a great race.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your meeting.
Game on Scorpio says, lurking as I have a meeting.
I'm probably going to have to switch cars because these Porsches are getting me on a straight line.
Great tantrum says, I still would love to get this. But money is all tied up.
Oh.
PS5 VR2. I already have GT7 and a Pro, so whatever.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, despite, you know, some of the nitpicking I might do with PSVR 2, that's still the best way to play this game.
Salsa says, engaging lurk mode as I have lots of work to get on with.
Okay. All right. Have a good day at work, sir. It's Labor Day here for us in America.
Great Tantrum says, I know it has problems but so does PC, starting off the price. Haha.
Actually, you can build a, like, for the cost of a PlayStation 5 and a PSVR 2, you can build a PC with a VR headset that's actually more powerful for the same amount of money, if not cheaper. If you're willing to buy secondhand parts. If you're willing to buy some secondhand parts, you can build a PC, in my opinion, that's got a 3080, and then as far as the headset goes, if you like maybe willing to get a Quest 2 secondhand, you could actually make that happen, in my opinion, for about a total of about $1,100, and you would have a headset and a PC combination that's more powerful than PSVR 2 and PS5. I feel that the PS5 has the graphical power that's the equivalent of a 2070, you know, which would be considered a mid-range PC by today's standards. And then the other thing to keep in mind is now that Sony just jacked up the prices of PlayStation Plus, whatever you paid up front on the PC, you're going to pay it back on the back end with PlayStation by, you know, paying $80 a year minimum for PlayStation Plus.
Great Tantrum says, that is crazy. Maybe if I buy from AMD, get a Ryzen whatever and a RX 6800.
Oh yeah, I forgot. If you want to go the AMD route, it'll probably be even cheaper because AMD cards are cheaper than Nvidia cards. Oh, he got hit with a 4-second penalty. If I catch up to him, he'll no doubt try to take me out. I let him go because I didn't want him to hit me. He's got a 4-second penalty anyway, so there's no point in me fighting him. All I have to do is just stay with him, and when he gets to the penalty zone, the game's going to slow him down, so.
Saw a RX 7700 for like $550.
Mm-hmm.
RX 7600 for $450. I think.
Yeah, so the trade-off is, again, you can build a PC that's significantly more powerful than the PS5 for somewhere between $800 and $1,000. So yeah, that's going to cost more than the PS5, but where the trade-off comes is with the VR headset. because you're going to pay $550 for the PSVR 2, and you could, if you don't mind buying them secondhand, you could get a Quest 2 off of eBay for a couple $100. So now when you put the two together, you've got a pretty beefy PC and a headset for about $1,000, $1,100, for about the same price as a PS5 and a PSVR 2. And you would have access, in my opinion, you would have more access to more games on PC. The games are going to look better on PC because you got more power to work with. Because it's pretty much proven that PC games still look better than PSVR 2. And like I said, you have access to way more games, and on Steam, because some of these games are in early access, the games would be cheaper for early access versus an official release, and you don't have to pay to play online either for multiplayer games. So when you look at it in that aspect, the PC and a Quest 2 ends up being the cheaper combination, because, as I said, even if you built the PC with a headset that end up costing the same as PS5 and PSVR 2, the X factor is going to be PlayStation Plus, where you're paying $80 a year in order to play games online. So if anyone ever asked me for my recommendation, it would be to build a PC and buy a headset secondhand. Or hell, if you got the money to spend, I would say build a beefy PC and buy a Pico 4 or a Quest 3, because those headsets have pancake lenses, and I can tell you from using my Quest Pro, pancake lenses are game changers. We are going to try the Porsche this time.
Great Tantrum say, I have a Rift S right now.
Oh, there you go. So you're already halfway home. So you build the computer. If you don't already have if you got a Rift S, you definitely got a computer. So it looks like they're going to let that 206 stand. This Porsche feels tall.
Great Tantrum says, my PC is a GTX 1080 with 16 GB of system RAM and an Intel i7 7700K CPU.
Ooh.
It can do VR pretty good now.
Oh.
But some games I do need to turn it down a bit, especially racing stuff.
What the hell? The car's not moving.
Salsa says, Assetto Corsa, Content Manager plus whole lot of mods is a bargain of a sim.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and Sosa, if you're still listening, I am a much better racer on ACC than I was years ago. I would consider myself faster than...
Tantrum says, example I can have Dirt Rally 2.0 at mostly ultra with reprojection or turn it down to medium low with it off.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to finish this. The race starts in 40 seconds. .6.6 for an outlap is pretty good. Let's see where this gets me. Oh boy, 12th. Somehow I'm still a B-class driver. This is going to be tough being way in the back like this. Well, I guess the good part about me starting from the back is I don't have to deal with the dirty racers up front. They can take each other out, and when they spin out and turn into ghost, I can drive right through them. Oh no, I'm not dead last. There's three cars behind me, but they didn't set a qualifying lap, so I don't know if they're fast or not.
Tantrum says, Assetto Corsa runs okay on my PC. Depends on track and how many cars.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Oh my Christ. Make it even worse, my car's not moving. Is that because of the damage I took? Because I see the bumper flashing. Oh, I know what it is. I got disqualified for not moving. So we cannot, I don't know. This is the, when I was qualifying with this Porsche, I went off the track and the car would not move. So we will not be going back to that Porsche. And because I did not finish this race and I got disqualified, it's probably going to knock me back down to a C class. Let's have a look. Not quite yet. So I guess we got to go back to the Honda. All right, entry period starts in 1 minute. I will be right back. Grab a drink.
Great Tantrum says, Rio de Janeiro runs the worst for me on Assetto Corsa. So demanding.
Okay. All right, Tantrum, I saw your comment about Rio de Janeiro. And so that prompts me to say that if you had an RTX 3080 or the AMD equivalent, um, and you're using the Rift S headset, I think you would be covered across the board. I think you'd be able to run just about any sim racing title um, at high settings, and depending on the game, you might even be able to run it at ultra. Um, but a game like, but it all depends, like how many cars you render and the aliasing and all that stuff. You might have to tweak the settings a little bit. And then the OpenXR toolkit will also give you an added boost as well. It'll allow you to crank up some of the settings without taxing your PC as much because, to put it in simple terms, the OpenXR toolkit eliminates one of the layers, because if, for instance, using a Rift S, you would have to open the Oculus app, and then being that you're playing the game through Steam, you would have to run it through Steam VR, and then then there's the game itself. So all that stuff taxes the PC. The OpenXR toolkit basically removes one of the layers in the form of the Steam VR. It basically takes Steam VR out of the equation and basically bypasses it. So since that's one less app taxing your PC, it's going to free up resources for you to crank up some of the settings a little bit, or or crank up, upscale the resolution, or turn up the sharpness. There's also a turbo mode on there, so the OpenXR toolkit is huge in my case because I'm running these games at ultra settings, and I've got the resolution upscaled to 2900p. In the case of him, with that Pimax Crystal, he's got the resolution cranked up to like damn near 5000p, and I'm not exaggerating. So yeah, I think if you're gonna use the Rift S, I think a 3080 would cover you across the board. You'd be able to play any game without any hassles. The Rift S has a refresh rate of 80 hertz. So 10 frames less per second. That'll save you a little bit of resources too. Damn, this headset has such a small sweet spot. You know what Sony should have done for this headset? You know, there are people who are disappointed that the headset didn't have pancake lenses. So I think what Sony should have done was allow you to buy pancake lenses as an option. This is just the outlap anyway, though.
Game on Scorpio says, and I'm back, nice short meeting.
Oh, nice. Welcome back. Well, I think you missed it, Game on Scorpio. I ran a race.
Great Tantrum says, originally I was looking at a RTX 3060 Ti with an i5 9000 based CPU. Probably need better system RAM.
I had to think about that one. In Scorpio, you missed it. I ran a race, I got taken out. My car went off the track, and it wouldn't move.
Game on Scorpio says, oh no.
Yeah, I got taken out by some dirty drivers. Ah, god damn it. I don't know what it was with the car that I was using. Some dirty drivers.
Says, then I heard the GTX 1080 already runs about as fast as an RTX 3060. So I wouldn't see much of an upgrade.
No. I think a 3080 would be a worthy upgrade.
RTX 3080 or an RTX 4070 Ti.
A 3080 you might be able to get pretty cheap off of eBay, because I think a 4070 retails for $500 or $600. But I think you could get an RTX 3080 for $300 or $400, give or take.
I get it. I have a GTX 1080 now. So upgrade to a new 80-based GPU, the 3080.
I think that would be a good upgrade. It won't cost you a lot of money. There we go, 203.9.
Game on Scorpio says, I upgraded from a 1080 to a 3080 Ti and it's amazing.
Exactly.
I'll have to look into it. But I still want a PS5 and VR too.
I get that too.
To have a PC and a PS5.
That would be a pretty good combination. Oh shit. That cost.
Just need to save if I can.
Totally get it. So 3.8. damn it. That's the one thing about this game. That green apron right outside the red and white rumble strips, you can't ride them because that's like being on ice. So I guess we'll have to take this 203.8 and roll with it. But that is almost 3 seconds faster than the... That's like 2.6 seconds faster than the 206.4 that I turned in. So for the next race, that should bump me up a little bit. And so if I can maintain...
Game on Scorpio says 203. Wow.
Thank you. Naturally, I won't be doing that fast when you're caught up in traffic and fighting with other cars. But I think that if I can maintain low 204s, I might be able to avoid the dirty and stupid racers at the back of the pack. So let's see where this gets me. Oh, it paid off. This time
Game on Scorpio says, you got this.
I hope so. Well, this time I qualified 6th. The pole setter turned in a 159.9, so there's no way we're beating him. And even the guy in front of me turned in a 202.7, so he's a whole second faster than me. Now the cars in back of me turned in they're about a second slower than me. So if I can maintain low 204s or high 203s, that would put me smack dab where I'm at right now. Fast enough to get away from the people from behind me, but I probably wouldn't catch the ones in front of me. All right, here we go. Let's make it do what it do.
Great Tantrum says, my plan is to get a PS5 and VR2 then upgrade my PC.
There you go.
By the time I look at the PC, prices will come down further.
Especially, I don't know, they might go up a little bit when the cold hits.
Great Tantrum says, if all goes well I may upgrade my Rift S to a Quest 3.
There you go. I'm definitely, even though I got a Quest Pro, I'm definitely getting a Quest 3.
Quest 3 is rocking the pancake lens, I heard.
Yes,
Still
it is.
LCD displays though.
Please don't hit me with a penalty. If they don't hit me with a penalty, I'll take it. He would have to get on the track. Oh my God, they hit me with a 2-second penalty for that guy jumping on the track in front of me. That's gonna end up costing me big time.
Game on Scorpio says, I hate the penalty system in this game.
It's garbage.
The Quest Pro has a touch lower resolution than the Quest 2, but the pancake lenses I heard makes up all the difference.
Absolutely, especially when you upscale the resolution. I'm running the Quest Pro at 2900p, and everything I play on there is razor sharp. It's just unbelievable. The colors pop, the blacks are black. Damn it, here they come.
BRB. Salsa says, they should have gassed him coming from that far off track.
Yeah, agreed. touch the grass. When I touched that grass, I paid the price for it. Between these hard tires and that green apron outside of the rumble strips, it is really, really scary because this car can snap loose at any moment. Oh, that hurt. Well, let's see if it cost me. Let's see if I got demoted. Nope, I'm still B. So we will just take that as a consolation prize. So I'm going to go ahead and open this roulette ticket, and then I'm going to call it a stream. Yeah, let's head on over to the garage and see what we got for a roulette ticket. Before I open this roulette ticket, I want to tell you guys that the last ticket I got was a 4-star ticket, and it was bullshit. What I won was an opportunity to go to the Aston Martin dealer and buy a car for $1.3 million. I didn't get a prize. It was an invitation to buy a car. In other words, it was an invitation for me to spend money. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Oh my God. This is where this economy is an egregious monetization scheme. They give me a muffler for a car that I do not have. And I am not about to go spend $500,000, $1 million or whatever to buy a car just so I can put this $8,000 part on there. That was total bullshit. This
Tantrum says, they got you through the drive-through.
Yeah, this...
Yep, I've had that. I normally just get the lowest amount.
Yeah, this economy is definitely a monetization scheme. So when you combine the dirty racers of this game, the terrible penalty system, and the Grand Theft Auto type economy in this game, cars cost outrageous prices, and you would end up spending a significant amount of real money in order to purchase these cars through the game. It sometimes the experience on this game can be less than enjoyable. So that's but I mean, I'm covered, on PC. I've got, ACC Automobilista 2, a set of Corsa with all the mods. Project Cars 2, Race Room, I think Dirt Rally 1 and 2, and and I got R Factor 2, and then later on this year we have Le Mans Ultimate coming up, and this is from the developers of R Factor 2. So I really don't have to play this game if I don't want to, because I've got plenty of racing games over on PC to keep me busy. But all that being said, I said it earlier at the beginning of the stream. Supposedly, the upcoming Forza Motorsports can detect, the penalty system on there can detect over 5,000 different incidents and apply penalties as such. So they are claiming that this is going to be the best and I guess most advanced penalty system in a racing game. They also, did some sim racing features that you would find in, most sim racing titles, where you go through your free practice, your qualifying, and that kind of stuff. So if Forza Motorsports gets VR support, I will definitely be picking it up. But even if it doesn't get VR support, I may still pick it up anyway, just so I can have a look at this penalty system. And if this penalty system...
Is next WRC also getting VR at last?
That I do not know. We haven't heard anything yet, so I don't know if it's going to get VR support or not. This is being developed by Codemasters, I believe, and I think Codemasters is owned by EA, I believe. Now, on one hand, I would like to think that they would give it VR support, being that they have given F123 and F122 last year VR support. But at the same time, you also have Grid Legends that doesn't have VR support. So, but those are games that's in the rear view mirror. I'm guessing that they Grid Legends.
I think I saw something a couple of weeks ago.
Well, if it gets VR support, I'll definitely pick it up, even though I'm not into the dirt rally kind of stuff. But more than anything, what I'm hoping for is that Forza Motorsports...
Great Tantrum says, never bought a World Rally Championship game. Only went dirt rally and dirt games.
Yeah, same here. I never bought a World Rally game either. So again, I hope Forza Motorsports I hope this penalty system that they talk about does exactly what they claim it does. Because if it does, I am going to praise this game to the high heavens. And I am going to urge everyone to get that game, because the hope is that Sony will do something about this penalty system. Now, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't think Sony's going to be able to, not Sony, but Polyphony Digital. I think the penalty system is baked into the game. I think the only way that they could revamp this penalty system is they would probably have to tear the game completely down and then rebuild it, which they're not going to do that. So I think the only way this penalty system is going to get resolved is when the next iteration of Gran Turismo comes out, which would presumably be Gran Turismo 6 on the PlayStation, not Gran Turismo 8, which would be presumably on the PlayStation 6. So, bottom line is, with GT7, what they gave us is what we got. I don't think they're not going to change it much. I think they can tweak the penalty system, and maybe turn this off.
If they can't fix this game, then they might need to go GT8 and make it only for PS5.
You know what I think? You know what I think Polyphony Digital should do? I think they should make an Assetto Corsa Competizione type of game that's only strictly for racers, with more simulated physics, and a built from the ground up penalty system that's different from Gran Turismo. Because look at Assetto Corsa, like Kunos admitted that when they
GT Sport Pro.
Now Kunos, the developers of Assetto Corsa, they admitted that when they built that game, when they developed that game, they were looking to give people a Gran Turismo type game for PC because there wasn't that type of game out there. And the game did pretty well, and it's still doing pretty good to this day. And then that game spawned Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is aimed at the hardcore racers. So I think Polyphony Digital should make a game like that, a Gran Turismo Competizione, if you will. This strictly racing. That uses strictly race cars. No production cars, no custom cars. Just strictly racing. So, what time do we have? Coming up on 6 o'clock, so it's coming up on 6 a.m. here, so it's almost 11 a.m. in the UK. So I am going to grab some breakfast and watch a little bit of YouTube. And I have the day off today, so I might stream some Assetto Corsa Competizione. I did recalibrate my brakes, and it actually helped me out. I gained about a half a second a lap. So I am a little bit faster because I can brake a little bit later. So yeah, the low fuel motorsports race for this week. The sprint race is Snetterton. I do not like that track. But the endurance race is Watkins Glen. I do like that track, so I might get some practice on that track. And if I can beat my personal best, then maybe I'll stream it. It's a 45-minute race, and you have to make one mandatory pit stop. You don't have to change tires, but you must make a mandatory pit stop, and you must take on some fuel. So that's a possibility for the day too. So if I do that, hope to see you then. And with that, I am going to go ahead and boogie on out here. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. And for those of you that are still working, enjoy the rest of your day.
Game on Scorpio says, thanks for the stream. Really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
If you do stream some ACC today, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm leaning.
Tantrum say, see you around.
See you, Great Tantrum. And yeah, Game on Scorpio. I am leaning towards streaming ACC. Yeah, and even if I don't do a LFM race, I can still do some open lobbies because I'm fast enough in some of those open lobbies that I actually have a chance to win. So check it out. With that, I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king. And deuces. We'll see you soon, everybody. Have a good one.